Welcome back, vlog, to episode 5 of The Consistent Creator. And in this video, I want to talk about the 4 core values that we all share in life. We all have these, but we gravitate towards one more than one than the other. So, the first core value is freedom. The second core value is variety. The third core value is connection. And the fourth core value is certainty or stability. And this is based on something called the Wealth Dynamic Systems by my mentor, Roger James Hamilton, who came up with these 4 types of geniuses. So I'll talk about the 4 types of geniuses that relate to each of those core values, and then I'll explain. I will explain which one I am, and then I'll talk a little bit more about that. So here we go. So the first core value that I mentioned was freedom, and these usually are for Dynamo geniuses. And Dynamo geniuses are people that are very creative. They love innovation. They love new things, and for them, they love to grow. Like, you know, if they feel like they're not making progress, or if they feel like they're not growing, then that's usually when the trouble or the chaos arrives. So Dynamo geniuses love freedom, and they love to grow. The second one is Blaze geniuses, in which their thing is variety, and they love to glow, meaning that they love to be the center of attention. They love social events. They love being around people, and that's how they derive their energy. And if they're not able to have different experiences with different people, they go crazy. They need stuff to be changed, and they don't like certainty, which I'll get into in a minute. They don't like having everything being certain. They feel like it takes away from life. They feel like it's quote-unquote boring. That's a boring life when things are too consistent. So Blaze genius is all about people, and they love to glow, and they have to be the center of attention. The next genius is the Tempo genius, in which for them it's all about connection. So they want to make sure that they're connecting with people, that they're serving people. They love to check in on everybody, make sure everybody's having a good time, making sure everybody's taken care of. So these would be your doctors, your attorneys, your people in hospitality. They love to make sure that everybody's having a good time. And for them, everything is about slow. They have to, it's like earth energy. They have to slow everything down. They don't like things that's moving too fast. They like it just to flow, and to be real slow, and just let it take its course. There's no need to rush everything. They just, they want it to take their time. And then you have the Steel geniuses, which they're all about certainty. Everything has to be wrapped up in a bow. Everything has to be procedural. Everything has to be, it has to be a lot of structure. It has to be a lot of order. And their thing is all about know. They're very detail-oriented people. They have to know everything. I mentioned this in another set of my videos, but I mention it here. For Steel geniuses, for them to do anything, they have to know every single step, but they have to know everything that's coming at every single direction. So for Steel geniuses, if they get ready to embark on a journey, and there's 10 steps to that journey, they need to know every single step in that journey. And they need to know how long each step is going to take, and what is the exact practical steps they need to accomplish each step, so they can, proceed with their journey. And like I said, everything for them is about certainty. They rather know everything and have everything be consistent, and they're very risk averse. They don't like taking risks, because there's too much of a great potential that it could not work. So they focus on what can go wrong instead of what can go right, and then their thing is they have to be in control. So that's the 4 the 4 core values in life. Dynamo geniuses love freedom. Blaze geniuses love variety. Tempo geniuses love connection. And Steel geniuses, they love certainty. Now, me personally, I'm a Dynamo genius. I love freedom. That's my core value, and I don't like being caged in. I consider myself an eagle or a bird or a lion in any comparison. I like to be free. I like to feel like I'm able to process. I like to create stuff. Hence also why this is called the consistent creator. But yeah, I just love freedom. I love having the opportunity to create what I want in life and not be tied down to something. Now, like I said, this will also lead into episode 6, which Mr. Johnson, based on his energy that he was giving off, he was more of a still genius, wanting certainty and stuff like that. So, like I said, episode 6, I'll get more into the different perspectives and the dynamics between, somebody that craves freedom versus somebody that craves stability. So, like I said, I get into the episode 6. But getting back to me, but yeah, I'm a dynamo genius. I love freedom. I love to create. I think it's a wonderful opportunity. Not everybody embraces that sentiment because, like I said, it depends on what core value is important to you. But I feel like I would just say 2 things. Number 1, make sure you find your core value. Do you like freedom like I do? Do you love people? Do you love being around people? If that's your thing, then go out and seek variety. Do you love connection? Do you have to get a connection from people? Is your metric more of how many people that you connected today versus what did you create today, or how many people did you interact with? Maybe, like I said, maybe tempo genius, maybe the whole connection thing is for you. And then, or maybe you just a still genius. Maybe you're like, no, Joe, I have to have certainty. I have to know this is how I live my life. I don't want to take risks. That's too much of a risk for me to take. So I would rather live a life where I know what is going to happen to avoid something bad happening to me when in the end I could have prevented it. And one of the main reasons why still geniuses do that is because they keep a scorecard of everything because they're very micro intensive. So they look at every single step, they look at every single detail, and everything's not going to go according to plan. So a lot of times these are people that turn a molehill into a mountain, which from my perspective, that's not necessary. I'm a macro person. Dynamo genius, we're very macro. We look at the big picture. We don't get upset that if we're traveling somewhere, we made a wrong turn, and it take us extra 10 minutes to get there. We're not concerned that it took us extra 10 minutes. We're concerned that number one, we made our destination. Number 2, we got there safely. A still genius would be upset for 2 hours or more because it took an extra 10 minutes and we were supposed to follow the guidelines and we should have followed the GPS, or we should have got there at X time. So that's how that would happen. A dynamo genius would be, not a dynamo's correction, a tempo genius in this situation would be focused on making sure that everybody's okay and make sure that everybody's taken care of and worry, about the safety of everybody in the car. The blaze genius would be focusing on a different type of personalities that they got to interact with in the car. So that's how all 4 geniuses would respond in regards to, being in the car together. But so I'll just recap. The 4 core values in life are: number 1, freedom; number 2, variety; number 3, connection; and number 4, certainty or stability. So once again, thank you for tuning in. I would love to engage with you and see which one are you, or which core value do you really believe in. So leave your thoughts, comments, concerns in the bottom. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Simmons out.